It's like worse than your boss coming into work and checking on your stuff. Hi there, we're Teo, Clara, Kiki and Luca, and we fell in love with a house on top of a mountain in Bulgaria. So we decided to pack up our life from the UK and take the plunge and dive into a renovation project to restore this 150-year-old house back to its former glory and our future dream home. Join us along as we try to renovate this house and also shenanigans on the way. So as in previous episodes, I have been working on mudding up the top floor to get ready to mud the downstairs floor. If you're following, you understand. Before I start anything, it's basically a case of prepping the mud and getting it sorted by rehydrating it, putting in a bit of water. And then once it's ready and all mixed up and my hand does not freeze to death, I can then apply it to the walls wherever I need. Side of the house, which is great. There are some bits and pieces, like I said, the fireplaces that I'm not touching just at the minute. Just because I want to confirm with Teo about what's going on with them. So this is the results. It's not looking too bad. Bit cracky on the side. I reckon I could fix that. I'm not really sure why it's doing that. Everything else seems to be sort of sticking. Just it keeps pushing out. I think it's because of the wires underneath not sitting quite as flat as I'd like. Whereas on this side, this is fine because it's all nice and deeply dug in. But that wall in particular seems to be a bit of an issue, which I'm not a big fan of. Like, even over here, like, it's cracking a bit, but it's only at the edges, which is not terrible. The rest of it's solid, it's in, but none of it's sort of sticking out because it's all nicely tucked away. It's got a nice little gully there, so when the lime goes on, it'll go on smooth. Whereas that wall it's just a problem child. So you can see it's all fixed up here. There's one little bit up here that I can't reach because I'm short and I need to get the step up on it, so I'll do that another time. Over here I've made a start on this one. I won't say it's completely finished because it's quite deep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for this to dry, come back and then go over it again, because if I keep going over it now, all that's going to happen is more and more is going to slop off because the mixture is quite wet. But I know as soon as it dries, it'll be solid. So all I need to do is just wait for that to dry, come back, seal it over again, and then we should be of a good depth to then just glaze over it and make sure this whole wall is smooth, or as smooth as we can get. I think there are a few bits and pieces in this wall that I'll probably have to go over, like here. But again, this is kind of like all around the fireplace, so that's a totally different kettle of fish and another issue that I'll come across eventually. And then the last one that's basically emptied my bowl today is this wall. So you can see I've made a pretty good start on it. I have a lot to fill in. So that's at least going to finish this bag, I reckon, just this bit. So yeah, and then once I've finished this bit, it's going to go all the way down, around, keep going until we hit the spot there. I reckon that will probably be a couple of hours of work. The reason why I'm stopping today is just purely because it's so cold in this house that I actually can't feel the hand that I've been doing all the work with. So this is really, really cold. I've just washed it and I've put it under my armpit so I can move it again. But this feels as if it's just been dunked in ice cold water, which is not fun. So yeah, that's the day today. My toes are cold, my fingers are cold, everything about me is cold. I haven't done massive amount of work today. Like I said, I woke up late and everything. No excuse, but it's really, really, really fucking cold. And if I keep doing this, I fear that I'm going to lose a finger. I might, who knows? No. What I'm going to do instead is go back to the house, put on the fire, warm it up. And I'm going to get started on some cooking for dinner. And I'm going to go grab some water just before I go up. So we've got some spring water to enjoy in the house. But yeah, what I'm going to do instead is tomorrow morning I'm going to wake up nice and early and I'm going to try and nab a heater from somewhere and come down to the house and try try and finish off at least this hallway would be great. And then I could spend my Sunday doing these 2 rooms in here. Yeah, so with these, obviously, same sort of deal. We've got 1, 2, that's not counted, 3, that's technically counted as 4. That's going to be a massive bit, that. Look, it all goes all the way to the top. 5, we'll come in here. 6, 7, that's a bit, 8, 9, oh, let me zoom out a bit, hold on. 9, and then we've got the radiator bits as well. So that's going to be quite a lot of work, and I think that will be a pretty good Sunday to just do these 2 rooms. I'm just going to triple check that in here there isn't some sneaky stuff, but there might be some sneaky stuff. Ow! Oh god, it's really bad when your fingers are cold trying to do this. Alright, so nothing's been dug into in here. But I think what might... No, because I think Tia's going to board this all up anyway, so I don't think I need to worry about this. But yeah, so really it's just the hallway and then these 2 rooms. And I really want to just finish off the hallway tomorrow. And if I've managed to finish it in good time, then I'll get started on these rooms. Because I want to get this all done by the end of the weekend. At least the mudding process of it, I want to get it done by the end of the weekend so that I can start to lime wash it or whatever it's called by the beginning of next week, so that it can all be dry and ready so that I can start putting down insulation on the floor. I know that if I finish all of this weekend, then I can start filling in these lovely big slats here and getting the house a bit warmer, because at the moment it is freezing because you've got little holes to the outside out there. Look at that. So yeah, and you know, not to mention giant gaping holes in the ceiling. So yeah, I'm really on a vibe at the moment, because I cannot keep coming into this house and freezing my fingers off as I work. Because if I was doing any other job, I could happily be wearing gloves and like use a power tool or whatnot. But because this is something that, even if I did wear a glove, it would inevitably get some sort of like mud or water or whatnot in there, and that's just gross. So yeah, I cannot keep coming here, doing the thing, and then freezing my bloody hand off, and then trying to sort of like power through and get feeling back in my hand. Might sound entitled, but until you've dealt with the temperatures here and tried to do this job, it's just fucking freezing. Anywho, so yeah, I'm going to pack up and go up and pack up the house a little bit and tidy up. And then I can have a nice prep and be ready for tomorrow and my whole weekend. At which point I'm sure Teo will be chiming in with other things, but I'm pretty sure this is my entire job right here. Love it, love it, love it. Right, I'm going to go get some freezing cold water. Wish me luck. Alright, Teo's reaction to not being here and Clara doing the work. So that's the worst wall.
What do you mean?
Because the the wire sticks out at the top further than the wall is. So, but the rest of the walls are good. It's just that one was a bit weird. Yeah. Maybe they just took it off. Alright, well don't funny around with that too much. I can fucking... Right, and then you got the radiators over there that I haven't done. So you want me to paste over them?
No, actually. Why? Because I need to cut more there.
Right, okay. So that was a good thing that I didn't do.
Yeah.
Cool.
Need to figure out how you're going to get around the windows there.
I kind of thought I'd do a border with wood. You know, like how there's a door frame here.
Huh?
No?
Yeah, but how?
Well, it could be messy. I could clay it, and then I could hammer it into the clay. Wall, sorry. Haven't thought it all the way through, but I just sort of thought that might be an idea. You could have like a really nice frame there or something. Nothing too expensive. It's food for thought. It's like worse than your boss coming into work and checking on your stuff. So this one was a big asshole. And I haven't done that because remember we discussed about moving the wire on the floor. There's no point going in there, nothing's been drilled into the wall.
Yeah, this is all going to be
Boarded up, isn't it? Yeah. After Teo's thorough inspection of my handiwork, I could get back to the thing that I really needed to do, which is mudding up every single wall in the top floor. So, nearly finished mudding, but I actually can't get to the other side where I need to continue mudding because there are wires in the way. So I've just decided to take on the deep wiring today. And my allergies are really playing up with all the dust. Not good, not good. I'm gonna get a seat in the middle, hotspot this mofo. I don't know why I'm speaking like this. Right, so I'm currently in the house. It's a really windy day today. It's also raining outside. It started off like a pretty good day and then it's just gone miserable. Lovely. If I sound bugged up, it's because I am. I don't know why, but I do know why. I've been messing around in this room. And it's really dusty and my allergies just playing up because they just like to play up. I've got nothing else to add to that. I'm looking out the window at the moment and what I normally see is like mountain and hills and trees. I can see nothing. I see the direct trees that are just a couple of like meters down from our house and then nothing. It's as if I have just walked into a Matrix level kind of life and I am just, you know when you like build your universe in like Sims or something and it's just like the plot of land and then emptiness around it. That's basically what I'm looking at. I'm going to show you because I feel so passionately about these. Here we go. Look, there's normally stuff there, but it's not there. It's a little bit scary if I'm being honest, but I'm going to power through all of that. Oh God, here we go. Now I have to double check that everything's all right. About that. Cool. So yeah, on with the show, as they say. That is a screw. That is just... easiest one. So yes, today we have had the screening guys come in. They've been here today and they'll be here tomorrow and they're basically doing the floor downstairs so that we can finally walk on our floor. So they're in tomorrow and they should be finished by tomorrow as well, which is fantastic. Like these guys are like super fast. So they've left for the day. They've already done part of the house and they have to wait for it to dry and then they can continue. So I'm in the upstairs and today I was finishing my mudding. I feel like that should be a verb now. But I've entered stuff that I thought I could avoid, which is basically these wires. These are our old wiring around the house. They're interrupting where I need to mud, or I realise that I actually need to take them off the walls so that I can see if I need to mud around those areas. There's a couple of instances I'm looking this way because I'm looking at the door. And above the door, we've basically just had everything rewired, but there's still the old wires like hanging on by, I would say by a thread, but they're pretty solid in there. I'm a little bit scared to fuck around with them, but I'm going to have to fuck around and find out how bad it is. So yeah, I basically have the job today to get through all of the wiring, anything that's drilled or screwed into something. I'm doing that this afternoon. And I couldn't record earlier because the guys downstairs were playing music and they were making a lot of noise, and I just thought, you know what, you don't really want to be trying to hear my voice when, you know, we're doing all of this. And they're doing their own thing. Plus, it's a little bit cringy for me. I'm still not quite used to filming in front of other people or filming with people around, because they don't need to be in the videos or anything, but it is still very daunting to be like chatting away, trying to be relaxed, trying to be myself, and then them downstairs, even though they might not be speaking English or anything, it's still like in the back of my head of like, they could hear me like say something that I think is kind of like normal, but to a normal person it's absolutely not. And I don't know, it's just scary, guys. So yeah, I'm basically gonna keep you with me while I try and take off these top ones. I would like to make an announcement that flat head screws can suck it. I don't know who invented them, I don't know the purpose of them, but for today, I'm not your biggest fan. Basically, these ones are so old, they've corroded, they've rusted, and now I can't get some of them out without brute force, which I've had to do a couple of times today. There's one up here that is so rusted that like the little line where you put in your screwdriver, it's just not happening. It's really not happening. I will be cursing a lot in this one, so if you've got kids and you don't want them hearing these words, they shouldn't be watching this anyways, not because it's anything bad, but I do swear a lot. And I advertise this as for adults. Maybe skip on past, because I am not going to hold back on this one. I don't think I'll hold back on any of them. I sometimes forget that I've been swearing an entire time and then throw out something like flabbergasted or something instead of like fuck. And then I go back to editing. I'm like, I have said fuck so many times that like bleeping it out would just sound like a fucking R-rated movie. See, it's there. I don't care. I like my language. Anyways, right, I'm gonna just quit my yapping, start my working. I'm gonna move this back so you can probably see what I'm up to. So yeah, this is all the old wiring up here. Oh, don't break yourself, Clara. Yeah, this is all the old wiring up here. We're not going to need this anymore. We've had everything redone. It's not been connected up or anything, but it will be soon. To save you from boredom, I thought it would be more fun to put together my enjoyment of the flathead screws. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. It's because they've drilled it into the fucking ceiling, so they've pushed it really in. Oh, this one's coming out pretty good. All right, here we go. I'm not leaving here until this fucker is out. Oh, they also screwed it in such an angle that it's just more of a bitch to get out than most. I've made a massive dent in this thing, but it doesn't always stick. It just keeps flopping out. There are moments where, like, breaking everything is an option for me. I'm angry, I'm going to destroy everything type. Especially when it's a screw that's just, oh sir, don't break the roof. And then on top of that, you got this stupid plastic thing to also negotiate. Yes, I've loosened it enough. There you go. Made an entirely new groove. Right, so I've managed to get that off now, so that's good. But then I had a phone call after that, and that lasted the last hour, so the sun has gone down, the weather has got worse. I'm really cold now. I don't know if you can tell, but I am kind of shivering because I am not wearing lots and lots of layers because I thought I'd have this done by now, but I don't. So yeah, that's basically done for the day, and then I've got to find the clippers to clip the wires. Here they are, so that I can drag them through. And I think I'll probably continue that tomorrow. If I'm being very honest, I haven't eaten anything properly for the last 2 or 3 days. Yesterday, I survived alone on cookies that I baked that were burnt. We don't ask why we do these things. We just accept the fact that sometimes my brain has a little fart and just goes, yeah, you don't need food, you need cookies. Eat the cookies, be the cookie monster. So with that in mind, I'm going to go and eat something proper because I need something proper because I feel my stomach eating itself. And I will come back maybe this evening to do some more wiring if I can find a light. If I can't find a light, then that's fine. I will continue it tomorrow morning. I'm expecting or trying to wake up really early to get things done so I can crack on with my day a bit better, because the days are getting longer, which is great, but the work is still here. And it's never ending, but it's a good never ending. Anyways, I'm going to sign off for today, and then I'll check back in tomorrow. Okay, cheers. Right, I just thought I'd record this because this is the very funny part. I've been putting all the parts that I've been taking off the walls into my pockets. So there's one.